Please don't do this anymore, because I couldn't get off the floor. I literally could not get up with my big belly that looked like a giant belly. People would ask me on the streets and ask me how many kids I'm having. And I would say just one. They would say, really? Yes, that was me. Welcome to a new episode of the Eva Eckert podcast. Guys, I have a special guest today, and I have to even come closer to my mic because for a second I forgot that I have to be close to the mic. I have a little creature with me. His heart is pounding, and he's only about 9 weeks old. His name is Lion. As my husband always introduced the dogs to our family, this is how it goes. Guys, welcome Lion. Guys, this is Lion. So here we go, guys. Look how cute this puppy is. This is our new pup, our third dog that was rescued, and I will tell you all about it in some new episode. But for now, this little pup needs to go. So bye-bye, everybody. Look, make comments, but he is the cutest. He was saved and rescued, and he's so cute. Here we go. All right, guys, I am back. So natural, such a crazy podcast as always. For those of you who are here the first time, guys, welcome to the show. I am Eva Eckert. I'm a host of the show. I am a Polish immigrant with big heart, kick-ass husband, a strong accent, and 2 beautiful kids. American entrepreneur sharing an incredible mission to inspire women around the world to take bold action towards their dreams, passions, and desires, so finally their life become more meaningful and fulfilled. I believe that the badass superhero of your unique purpose is within all of you, all of us, and we should share it with the world to make the world a better place. This show will help you finally discover the power of self-belief, self-discipline, so we can stop making the excuses and create the life you truly desire and deserve by being the upgraded and fit version of you. So welcome to the show. We're going to start always with gratitude, guys. The gratitude for this week. I am so grateful for getting this new dog. The fact that Steve on the spot just stopped and rescued this dog. This was amazing for Tyson actually paying for this dog, for Tyson creating the amazing event for the kids, because this is what we're going to be talking about today. Yes, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about how my 12-year-old created a new business. And for parents out there, for those of you who are listening to me for the first time, look, a parenting thing is not an easy thing, but it's so enjoyable, right? But it's also can be easy thing if we're gonna make it easy thing. So it's not like it's a journey like anything else. So a while back, because realize this, as we record these episodes, we always a little bit ahead. We record a little bit ahead and then we release them, right? So we should be ahead of at least few episodes just to have them, just in case sometimes something happened and you can record an episode. This is how you go ahead. So Tyson a few weeks ago created this amazing workout for kids. And let me tell you, this probably would have never happened if, and this is the if that I want to share with you, if we didn't sacrifice certain things. Because in life, you think that everything comes without sacrifice, but there is work that is being done behind the scenes. And that's what I want to take you on a ride for a second with me. So bear with me, guys. So we're going to go back about, I would say, 17 years when me and Steve decided to open up our Peak Physique Bootcamp and Boxing location. We got the location in Spring Valley. It wasn't the best location, but it was, I remember the rent for this 4,000 square feet no, it wasn't 4,000. We moved to the 4,000. I think it was 2,000 square feet. Place was about a little bit over 5,000. And I remember like today sitting in front of this facility, and I was supposed to go and sign the documents that I'm owner, and I'm putting $25,000 down to move into this location and open up my first boot camp in boxing. And from that point on, it has been a journey. It has been amazing journey, amazing success, but also a lot of struggle. And why I combine these two things is because it all ties up, goes into Tyson's workout. Because Tyson's today create his own workouts. He's only 12 years old and he literally creates the workout. Now, can he release the workout without asking us to check it? No, we always check these workouts. We make sure that everything fits, and that's how we discuss these things with him, and that's how he learns. But this was for him to be able to be a 12-year-old and create his own workouts. It was a journey for him to always be in the trenches, he literally grew up in the gym. And when I told you that I was scared sitting in that car, signing up that lease for this facility, is because I didn't know. We were at that time dating. We were not even, married with Steve. So I didn't, you're getting into something financially obligated without, literally, I wasn't engaged with him. But anyway, so we go into the deal. We signing everything. And look, we are great trainers, but poor entrepreneurs. So we're having a hard time marketing this thing. We're having a hard time starting this thing. We're going through a lot of struggles, and we actually getting into a mastermind, hiring a coach, getting the help, and everything slowly starts moving. So soon after, I think it was maybe like a year or 2 years after, I believe, because it was a 5-term lease. I think about 2 or 3 years. Well, let me think. 2009 when we moved in, and Tyson was born 2011. So 2 years. Actually, I just did that math. Sometimes aren't the things like weird that you forget and then out of nowhere they pop into your head? So that was me this moment. So 2 years later, after opening up the gym, training people, having some results, impacting people's lives, being the top trainers in Rockland County, I'm getting pregnant. Tyson is being born, and I'm still training so hard. I'm still being pregnant, literally being on the floor, training people, training clients. And I remember like people in the gym today, they were telling me, please do not squat because you're going to give birth of this child. Until the last moment, until Steve, 2 weeks prior to my birth, he said, please don't do this anymore, because I couldn't get off the floor. I literally could not get up with my big belly that looked like a giant belly. People would ask me on the streets and ask me how many kids I'm having. And I would say just one. They would say, really? Yes, that was me. That was this giant belly. And if for any of you follow me on Instagram, you probably have seen the before and after pictures. I was ginormous, but I didn't gain a lot of weight. The weight was all in front of me. So Tyson is being born. We have at that time 2 dogs. There was a Tyson and Jackson, and that's how pretty much the logo was created out of Tyson dog, right? That was the memory of Tyson dog. Tyson is still alive. It's great. Jackson is with us. They go with us to the gym. The first 6 weeks, I am at home and I take care of the baby. I don't really take him to the gym because, as you know, newborn shouldn't be in an environment like this. The newborn shouldn't be going to no malls and things like that. However, some people go, and look, I am not going to be judging you for this. This is your decision. We didn't do that. So Tyson finally comes to the gym, and I am at that point, I had my C-section. I am at that point that I'm like, okay, I think I'm ready to do some kind of activity. And because I had a C-section, and the first C-section was really hard on me, I had a very hard time going back into the exercises, guys. I remember my first workout like today, it was literally on a bike. I was doing a bike training, very slow motion, and doing a quarter of a squat. I remember like everything was hurting, and that was my first workout. So I brought Tyson to the gym. And as we were going into it, he was growing up. we were progressing. I started feeling more better and better, start getting back my clients, start training sessions on the floor, being actually active more, taking sessions, training myself. And Tyson would come to the gym with us. We had different schedules, different times. Sometimes he would go before, and for many weeks he was going before to open up the gym, and I would go in later. Sometimes he would take Tyson and I would stay in the gym. We were managing the schedule as much as we can because this was only us. And eventually we hire a coach, we hire another coach. But in the beginning, it was just us. So now imagine a kid in a 2,000 square feet location when we only have equipment. We have a tiny little room, a tiny office when there is a desk, a little couch, a little seat, and a playpen, and 2 dogs. Tiny room, smaller than my office. And I remember Tyson so many times would cry in the pen. I would call babysitters. I would drive to pick up babysitter. I would hire people literally for an hour for them to come and take care of my child so I can work, I can train myself. Sometimes if the babysitter would quit or would not show up, what I would do, I would strap the child in front of me when he was little, and I would apologize to my client and say, listen, I'm sorry, the trainer didn't show, the babysitter didn't show up. I need to train you. I didn't want to give the session out. I wanted to be the person to train, and I would train with my kids strapped into my chest. And I know that so many who are my previous clients will be listening to the show. So thank you so much to you guys that actually you were so giving and able to understand my situation. This is my gratitude for today as well, because we meet amazing people in our lives, and sometimes we don't take this as an acknowledgement. We don't appreciate the things. So really wonderful clientele, wonderful people around us. You know, people didn't mind that he was in the playpen, like literally shaking the playpen. I remember like today we had a class in Spring Valley, and one of our people that we kind of hired as a help on the floor. He was like doing some admin work. He was a young kid. He lay down on the bench, and I remember this like today. And Tyson was maybe 7 or 8 months old, and Tyson stopped crying on his chest because he was so exhausted from screaming because he wanted his mama, obviously. And he lay down and he fell asleep on his chest. We probably have a picture somewhere there. I gotta to remind Steve and find this picture. But look what a situation. Look what a almost like exaggeration of things. There were cries, there were tears, there were kids crawling on the floor. Him sometimes sitting on the floor when I was teaching, me getting up at 4 a.m. to go and pick up someone, a babysitter, to come to me because she didn't have a car, me driving back and forth like a crazy person just to make things work. And sometimes when life is so hard, you give up. You say, I'm not meant for this. Oh, it's too hard. I can't do it. You know what? Shame on you. I'm sorry. Shame on you, because there is another level for you. So get your pants up, tighten up your shoelaces, and start running. I'm telling you this today. Stop being a little bitch. And I'm talking to women too, because so many times you just like feel the victim, feel poor me, instead of saying, you know what? If I want something, I am going to do this. That's how I was. And also I was pushed into the wall too. We had to make money. I had a kid. I had about probably $8,000 just in bills for this location that I had to make in order for me to just break it even. Not mentioning our money to make so we can pay for our rent, so we can pay $3,000 for our rent and other expenses. So guys, don't say that it's so hard. Lift up your sleeves and get to work, because there is work, because there is nothing, absolutely nothing will come to you for nothing. So you have to give up something. You have to be able to understand that life brings you these obstacles for a reason. That was my definition of life. That was my definition of obstacles. Life brings you obstacles for a reason, so you can climb up, so you can man up, so you can put your ownership in a high level, so you can see the top from that mountain and then eventually go down, and this thing starts all over again, because that's how it is. These obstacles are like hurdles in front of you. You got to jump them over. You got to train. So from little hurdles you go to medium and to the high. That's what I did at my University of Physical Education. This is the same for you, and I'm telling you this today, that sometimes that it feels so hard is because the universe has a better plan for you. Little did I know, Tyson loved the workouts. As he grew up, he used to train with me. I used to take him literally out of school for him to train with me. Sometimes he would miss the school. Well, don't tell the school. Well, nowadays they don't do no school. They do home life and homeschooling with us. I would literally don't bring him to school in the morning so he could go and train with me, because he was like, Mom, I want to train with you. He loved it. For those of you who are clients of ours, you know how Tyson loved the workouts. We were training on the floor together. He would take sessions with Steve. They literally, in a second location, when we moved from Spring Valley to Nanuet, we were sorry, guys. Ivanka is checking everything is recording. Just okay, good. And she has a little doggy right here. So when we moved from Spring Valley to Nanuet, look at that. How can you say no to this beauty? How can you say no to this? Anyway, so freaking cute. So when we moved from Spring Valley to Nanuet, we had a bigger location. Kids were older, and Ivanka grew up in different conditions than Tyson. But Tyson wasn't a playpen. Tyson was from babysitter to babysitter, and we made it work. And but the beauty was it that he was always with me. He grew up with us in the gym. He's so connected with us, so close with us. The same Ivanka. We wanted our kids to be with us. And that's when we install on subconscious level to their subconscious mind that exercise is the priority, that health is the priority. Tyson's seen these workouts. He grew up in learning different workouts. He grew up lifting weights, and he obviously loved it. So look, what I want to tell you is today that in these moments, when I had these moments in my life when I was raising my kids, I was like, am I a good mom? Am I a good person to bring my kids? Because not only this appeared in my head sometimes because the schedule was hectic. Sometimes I need to sacrifice a lot of things, not showing up with, friends meetings. I would have to just go to work. Sometimes it was just work at home. There was a different time than it is right now. I was questioning myself, asking that question, and feel sometimes the guilt. And I know as a mom, sometimes you feel that guilt. I know that you do, because we all do, because women are givers. We are meant for service. We want to help and service people and be there for them. That's the caring and empathetic side of a woman, right? That's in the primal times. Like, think about it. The primal times, the guys would hunt and the women would stay and take care of the household, cook dinners, raise kids. We were making even clothes. That was our primal thing. Well, today is a little bit different. I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but I also wanted to take care of my kids and give them the best. So sometimes these questions would pop up. Not only that, your environment put that pressure. My Polish family would asking, what are you doing? Why are you doing the way you're doing? You do not spend time with the kids. You don't have enough time. And sometimes, even though it's not completely true, because they are not with you 24/7. They don't see that there is sacrifice, but then there's beauty in it. Like you sacrifice one day, but then the beautiful weekend shows up, or you sacrifice now so you can go on that vacation. Sometimes they wouldn't see that. And we need to be very, very aware of our situations, our own situations. Don't let the environment put so much pressure on you. Obviously, assess the situation, because sometimes people don't see the way things are. And that's what I do in coaching sessions. When we discuss many things, a lot of times people don't see it, and that's where the coach come in place, right? Coach is like a drone seeing from 365 degrees view from the above, and that's what people need. That's what we do in coaching sessions. But I understand when a lot of times you question yourself, and I was questioning myself many times, but look what came out of it. This means that the universe has a plan. the God has a plan. Whatever and whoever you believe has a plan. So don't give up on those big dreams, guys. Don't give up on these beautiful ideas and passions that you have, because this is all for a reason. This is all for a purpose. Like if Tyson wouldn't grow up in the gym, probably it would be hard for him to create a session like this he did. He literally got people, he created Canva, he did an invitation. I sent out to the local friends. People showed up. Kids showed up for these sessions. We did a recording. He created a 7-day of free workout. So for those of you who are coming on this show and you want your kids to get these 7 free workouts, please make sure to comment and share and down below and click on the link so you can get your 7 free workouts from Tyson. This is completely on my son, on my 12-year-old son. But also he was able to push them through this workout. And if he wasn't at the gym, it would have been hard for him. Now, look, Ivanka was growing up in a second gym in Nanuet. Her situation was a little bit different. She did not have a chance to work out with me on the floor. Why? Because right when she was about 3 years old, 4 years old, we moved to California, right on the edge when she would be able probably to join these workouts, but we moved to California and she was not able to. So Tyson had that ability, but she never had this ability to train with me, train with us on the floor, because she was such a little baby. And the dynamic is different. She's working out with us right now. Tyson is a little bit older. Tyson is learning even more about exercises. Now she's following his theme in a way, like she's learning from him. She's learning to create her own exercises. She's very creative because she's seen people doing all kinds of crazy things on the floor. And it's the same for her. She likes to create. She likes to allow her imagination to take over. So you gotta always believe that there is a bigger plan for all of us. And sometimes it's so hard to see it, because what we see is the present moment, the struggle, the sacrifice. But within this, I wanted to encourage you to see the beauty. Within what you struggle, see the moment that is overall beautiful. See the moment that will allow you to grow. See the moment and enjoy that moment. That's what I wanted to tell you guys, and then literally encourage you all that the universe has a better plan. So with this said, guys, I hope you enjoyed my story today, and I hope that for those of you who are moms, that you will find some good content in here, that you're gonna find some fire, that you're gonna find some energy and some discipline to continue your workouts, even though sometimes it's hard, to continue eating healthy, getting fit and training, so your kids actually join you with this journey. So your kids will learn something from you, because remember, you exposing them today. So even if you have to put them down on the floor, let them work out with you. Let them watch you, because this is their vision. They are exposed. They see things that maybe other kids cannot see. So don't be afraid. Make it work for yourself. And remember, like and share this episode. Please subscribe to this episode. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, again, love and give me some feedback. And as always, give me some reviews on Spotify, because believe it or not, this gives us higher ratings. And again, share with your loved ones, share with your family. And remember that the superhero is within you. Even though the wings are visible, you can't really see them. The passion and purpose is within all of you. Guys, thank you so much for listening and watching my show. No excuses.
Lion says goodbye as well.
Okay. I think I need to hold him for the bye.
And look at that weird face he makes whenever you hold him. Like, opens his mouth like he's about
Guys,
to
does he make a weird face?
comment down
He's
below.
the cutest.
No excuses.